Level 1. The offer. You're 27 years old. You work in a government records office in Washington, D.C. Your job is to sort documents. That's it. Sort, tag, file, repeat. You make $43,000 a year. You eat the same sandwich every day. You are invisible. Then one afternoon, a man in a gray suit sits across from you. He doesn't show a badge. He doesn't give a name. He just slides a single sheet of paper across your desk. It says Retention Review Specialist. It says Clearance Level Pending. It says you've been selected. You ask what the job is. He says you'll review old files, flag what's relevant, mark what isn't. Simple. You sign. You don't ask why they chose you. You should have. Level 2. The basement. Your new office has no windows. It's 3 floors below a building that doesn't appear on any government directory. Your desk has 1 lamp, 1 monitor, 1 phone that only calls 1 number. Your supervisor is a woman named Harlow. She never smiles. She tells you the rules on your first day. You read. You assess. You mark files either retain or eliminate. You never ask who wrote the file. You never ask who it's about. You never take anything home, not even notes. The first week, you mark 200 files for elimination, old budget reports, outdated surveillance logs, redundant field memos. Feels harmless, feels boring even. Then week 2 arrives, and the files get thicker, and the names inside them start to feel familiar. Level 3. What you're really burning. 3 months in. You're faster now, more efficient. Harlow says you have good instincts. That's not a compliment. That's a warning you don't recognize yet. The files change. No more budget reports. Now it's testimonies, witness accounts from places you've seen on the news, dates that match disasters you remember watching unfold on television. One file contains a photograph, a village, a date stamp from 11 years ago, an operation name you've never heard. You mark it, eliminate. You move on. But that night, you can't sleep. You keep seeing the date stamp. You keep doing the math. You don't say anything. You go back the next morning. You do your job. That's the moment you cross the line. Not when you sign the contract. Right now. This morning. When you choose to return. Level 4. The wait. 6 months in. Your salary doubles. No explanation, no paperwork. It just doubles. You move into a better apartment. You stop calling your family as much. You tell yourself it's because you're busy. The files now have faces, real people, journalists, activists, a senator from Ohio whose name you definitely recognize. One file is 400 pages thick. It covers a pharmaceutical trial from the early 2000s, thousands of participants, 12 countries, results that were never published. You read it over 2 days. Then you mark it, eliminate. Harlow watches you from across the room. She gives you a single nod. You feel powerful. You feel sick. You feel both at the same time. That's the job. Level 5. First mistake. 8 months in. You make a copy. You don't know why. Self-preservation, maybe? Or conscience? Hard to tell the difference at this point. It's a single document, internal correspondence, names of 3 federal judges, and what was done to keep them cooperative. You hide it. Not at home, not in your car, somewhere they'd never think to look. 2 days later, Harlow calls you into her office. She asks how you're doing. She asks if you're sleeping well. She asks if there's anything you want to tell her. You say no. You say everything is fine. She holds eye contact for exactly 4 seconds longer than normal. Then she smiles for the first time. You return to your desk and your hands won't stop shaking. Level 6. You understand now. 10 months in. You understand what this job really is. It's not about national security. It's not about protecting classified operations. It's about maintaining a version of reality, a clean version, one where certain things never happened, one where certain people never existed. You are not a record specialist. You are an eraser, and you are very, very good at it. The money keeps coming. $180,000 a year now, deposited in an account you didn't open, under a name that isn't yours but somehow has your fingerprints attached to it. You realize that's intentional. They don't own your silence with trust. They own it with evidence. 11 months in, a file lands on your desk. You open it. You see your own name. Every document you've ever flagged, every file you've ever eliminated, every night you didn't sleep, every decision you convinced yourself was necessary. It's all here, cataloged, dated, signed with your initials. There's a sticky note on the front, Harlow's handwriting. It says, "Just so we're clear." You sit with it for a long time. Then you do what you were trained to do. You mark it retain. Because you understand now, this file doesn't get burned. This one keeps you in line. Final level. The cycle. 1 year in, a new person starts in the basement. They're 26. They work in records. They eat the same lunch every day. They are invisible. Harlow puts them at the desk next to yours. She asks you to show them the process. You look at them. They look eager, a little nervous, grateful for the opportunity. You open the first file. You explain the system. You tell them the rules. You do not warn them, because nobody warned you, and you're still here, still sorting, still burning, still deciding what history gets to remember. The lamp flickers. The monitor glows. Somewhere above you, the city moves on. And in the basement, the files keep coming. They always do.